Welcome back, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. 4 minutes with Lori. Couldn't get enough of you. We missed you so much. We're having you back again.
All right, let's do this.
How's it going?
It's going great. The wind isn't blowing, the sun is out, and it's a beautiful day at the Ross.
We're going to do golf for dummies. Golf
Okay.
101. I'll be the dummy today.
Okay.
You think you can do it?
You know, I can cook in 4 minutes or less. Let's see if I can do golf in 4 minutes or less.
You need to have a good student. All right, let's go. Come on. I love it. Vroom, vroom, baby. All right, we've made it to the green. Time to get down and dirty.
It was a hard trip.
It was a hard trip.
Hard trip.
All right, teach me everything you know.
All
I'm
right.
ready to soak it up like a sponge.
Putting 101. We're at the Ross, the very first hole of the beautiful clubhouse and flag in the background. There's just a lot of things that can happen on putting greens, but anybody can putt. I can stand here with one hand, maybe.
Oh, you can?
And make the putt, right? So if I stand here with one hand and I aim way out there, maybe it'll come back and go in the hole, but look how close that came. So anybody can putt. It doesn't take a lot of skill. The putter has to go back and it has to go forward. The reason that everybody likes playing here at the Ross is there's a lot of movement in the greens. These greens, just like that putt, probably broke maybe 6 feet. So it breaks, there's one hand getting closer and closer.
Is that why people go like this?
That's why
see?
people crouch down behind it, line it up. So stand here with one hand and just try to aim a little bit like way out here a little bit. Or use one hand, just one hand for right now. Yeah, let's see what happens just with one hand.
So it's like I'm playing putt-putt,
Just
like
like
miniature
putt-putt.
golf.
Just move the putter back, move the putter forward, and let it go. So even with one hand, you can move the ball all the way down to the... So anybody can putt. The putter has to go back and it has to go through. Obviously the object is to get it in the hole, but really the object is to get it as close to the hole as you possibly can so you don't three-putt. If you two-putt every green, you're doing pretty good here at the Ross.
Is that the goal?
That is the goal at the Ross, to two-putt every single green because of all the bends and movements
So
in the
you're
green.
telling me if my ball hits anywhere on this green, the goal is to make it in only 2 putts?
That's right. So if your ball was way up there, how are you going to putt it in 2 putts? You have to remember that it's downhill, right? So you know it's downhill. You can tell the green is curved this way. So you've got to like evaluate how much curve you want to play. So you go up there to that ball. You can use 2 hands this time. All right, so if I were you, I would think about the hole being halfway to where you want to go.
So my goal is to get it right there?
Your goal is to putt that ball to here and let the hill carry it down to the hole. Nice and gentle just to here. Beautiful. So now let's see what happens with the speed of the green. It'll just keep rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. But look, it's still not done. I mean, like, if you think about the greens here, they're very severe. So if that rolled just a couple more inches, look how much closer it gets to the hole. So your goal here at the Ross is to putt with good speed. But you have to be very creative. Good job.
Yes.
So creative, draw pictures, paint pictures. If I'm putting across the green, it might break another 6 or 7 feet. So you have to you kind of like walk around. So you'll see on tour, they do this. They stand here with their feet. What they're feeling is the tilt. They're feeling that the green tilts one way or the other with their feet. Now they know that the green tilts this way because they can feel it with their feet. And they keep walking and they keep walking and they keep seeing it tilts, and then they hold up their fingers. So when they hold up their fingers like this, what they're doing is it's called plumb bobbing in the old days. We used to hold our putter up and close one eye and plumb bob. Well, now they're holding their fingers up, and it's a whole science called aim point in how to read the break in the greens. So putting has become a science, but like I said at the beginning, just about anybody can learn to putt.
I mean, come on.
Goes in the
Really?
hole.
Some would call you a professional golf pro.
Don't call me a putting wizard, because I'm really not.
Didn't you say that you have had this complex when it comes to putting?
I've always struggled with putting, so I was either hot or cold. My dad said I was a blacksmith at putting. I didn't have any touch or any feel. So, you know, words out, words in, you kind of started believing that. So before I putted on tour, I would have to go through a mantra. I can do this. I got this. I'm a good golfer. I can putt. I would say whatever line that week was important to me to gain confidence, because confidence is what putting is about. This golf course ruins people's confidence because the greens are so severe and so much movement. So when people come in, they say, beautiful place, but man, the greens killed us, right? But that's what I like about the Ross. You have to be creative. You can't just putt straight to the hole.
It's
You
not
gotta
putt-putt.
paint a picture, see it, and then let it go.
Did you have any like superstitious behavior when you were on tour? When you come here and play, that you're like, all right, I need to, you know, tap my feet 5 times, put my hand in my pocket, you know, that stuff?
You know, most golfers were only superstitious in what you use to mark a ball. So when my grandfather passed away, I used his fire pin. I grind down the back of the pin, and I used that for a ball marker. It reminded me of my grandfather. Well, my mom, I had a silver quarter with my mom's birthday, and when I wanted to use that, I had an arsenal of things that made me think of something other than golf, which sometimes is good too, to take your mind off of what you're doing. Sometimes I wouldn't come on the putting green until I had a confident attitude or confident perspective of what was going to happen, because sometimes, you know, you don't realize you're standing here and you're not as confident as you should be. So I decided I wasn't going to enter the putting green until I had it.
What,
You know,
what
so-
if you never got it? Were you like throwing a
I had to
tantrum like a
fake-
5-year-old?
I had to fake it sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's a lot of
Intimidator.
superstitious things that golfers go through. Absolutely.
So what's the number one piece of advice for someone trying to up their putting game? Like, what do you tell them? All right, if you're just starting out, you're just wanting to get into the game of golf, this is what you need to know before you step foot on the green.
You know, holding the putter is your only connection, right? So your hands. So the grips nowadays have 5,000 different sizes. This one's flat on this side. Yours is less flat. There's bigger, there's smaller. So your only connection to a golf club is your hands. So how your hands go on the putter is as important as anything else. So I've always put my left hand down on the low side. They call that left hand low. Most people have right hand low, but nowadays you've noticed that people take a grip and they do this weird looking thing. It's called the claw grip. So there's so many things that you
Wait,
can
what?
do. Yep, it's called the claw. So people get nervous when they putt. So there's a million different ways to hold it because everybody's trying to figure out how to control the putter. So it's how you make that connection. So if this is confident for me, that's how I'm going to putt. If this is confident for somebody, that's how they're going to putt. If this is confident for somebody, that's how they're going to putt. It's the connection that you make to the grip and the confidence that you have with what you're doing. So you have to be confident. And the most important thing in golf for putting would be speed. If you had good speed control, so a way to learn speed control, a way to teach people speed control is if we just backed up, if you come over here and you put this in your right hand and you try to roll it to the hole. Now remember, it's on a tilt, so it's gonna also roll to the left. So you wanna aim a little to the right so it rolls to the left.
I'm just kidding.
So roll it just like you're bowling to the hole. I mean, that wasn't bad speed, right? Not bad speed.
So we know I can't golf or bowl.
But look what that ball's doing. It's still coming towards the hole. So the speed of that was good. The direction was a little off. So less to the right. Okay, a little less to the right. So this is just a good way. See how it's still coming back? So this is the severity of the greens here, right? So this is a really good thing to have kids do is roll the ball, because now look at your touch.
Oh, are you kidding me?
That's what they all do. Oh, you know how many tour players do this? Oh, geez.
I don't think they're saying geesh.
Well,
I think they're saying something else.
so teaching people speed is really important, and just rolling it helps you get speed, right? So if you had to putt it and I don't say anything to you, what have you learned? You've learned it's downhill. You learned it's going to break to the left. So you have to pick a target to the right.
Well, I got to do this thing first. Right?
No.
I thought you said they do that.
We don't go in circles.
Well, what? Yeah, you did. You said that.
We go like this, okay? So you got behind the ball. You know it's going to move to the left. So you're trying to feel with your feet how much break. You can't walk on your line, so you have to straddle your line. So you kind of want to go somewhere in that area.
It's like that da 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 da.
Sheesh.
Jeesh.
Sheesh. All right. What are you going to do? Nice and calm, out to the right.
Probably gonna throw my stick in about 12 seconds.
Beautiful putt. So beautiful putt. Did everything you wanted it to do, but now, what's the odds we're going to make that, right? So that's
Because
why
you're going uphill.
Well, uphill, but it's a long ways away. So let's see if you can manage your speed better. So how we manage speed better?
Try to hit it right there.
Is we go a little higher so it falls softer. So you'll notice even though you didn't pick the right line because you went higher, it's going to fall soft. So this putt's going to be way harder to make. This putt's going to be way easier to make. So you have a 2-putt. So remember, even though this is small, you want to aim on the right edge.
How far apart do you put your feet? Like, I mean,
Shoulder width.
shoulder width.
Just like that.
That's
Balance.
when you
Balance golf, right? Like shoulder width for everything. Okay. So stay here. So the putter has to go back and it has to go through. It can't stop at the ball. So that's the only thing you did wrong there. So make the
like
putter,
I need to swing through.
Well, so remember a grandfather clock and the pendulum, it goes back and through. It doesn't go back and stop, right? So make the putter go back and through real quiet, real gentle, back and through. That was a better putt. So you're going to get better results if you swing the putter back and through. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good job.
You are so good at teaching people how to play golf. If I was at home, maybe sitting on my computer, clicked on like a 4 minutes with Lori video, trying to find something to do for the weekend or during the week, I'd probably say, gosh, I'm gonna go to the Donald Ross golf course. I'm gonna call Lori. I'm gonna throw balls and I'm gonna hit them. Balls and sticks. Yay, golf! Yay, Lori! Yay, 4 minutes with Lori!